Well, from simple maths to basic spelling, technology can answer any question at any time, anywhere. And although it is helpful, of course, it's also reducing our capacity to think for ourselves.
I've got peanut butter in my mouth.
Unfortunately, it can't remove the peanut butter from the roof of your mouth when you need to speak out loud. Anyway, brain fitness specialist Dr. Jenny Brockers joins us live from Perth now. Good morning to you, Doctor, and thank you for your time. Why do you think technology is making us dumber?
Well, I think it is a two-edged sword. It makes us so much smarter in some ways, but in other ways, we lose focus. It's affecting our ability to sleep, and I think it's interacting with our ability to form good relationships with each other.
It's not only our brain suffering, it's also relationships, right?
Absolutely, and I think this is the biggest issue that we're facing these days. Yeah.
So you've got some tips for us on how to reclaim our focus and start interacting a little bit more. Where do we start?
Yes. Well, I think the first thing to remember is that most of our gadgets come with an off switch, so we can take advantage of that and just turn them off periodically. No, even if it's for 10, 15 minutes a day, just makes us feel so much better rather than feeling that we're connected 24/7. The other thing is when we're meeting people, whether it's in a meeting or going out for a meal or something like that, put the phone out of sight. You know, sometimes it can feel like there's a third person in the conversation, and that's not always helpful. And I think if you're someone who gets a lot of text messages, a lot of emails, and it feels like you're consistently having to answer them all the time, blocking them into chunks of time so that you're freed up to do other things, more important things, can be really, really helpful.
So the idea of saying, all right, I won't be available to answer anything, you can send them or whatever, but between the hours of 5 and 7 at night or you know, 2 or 3 in the afternoon or whatever, I'll get back to you.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's just putting a few boundaries in place.
So tech addiction is leading to sleep deprivation too. We understand, especially amongst kids, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So many kids take their phones to bed with them, and I think the first rule is, you know, keep the technology out of the bedroom wherever possible, and to re-establish good sleeping habits, because I think, you know, a lot of the time we're staying up late either to work or to watch that next episode on Netflix. So it's about putting sort of consistent schedules in place when you go to bed, when you get up, to make sure you get enough sleep, and to make sure that, you know, things like how much coffee we drink during the day can have a huge impact, because the half-life of caffeine is about 6 hours. So if we keep our coffee and tea to the first part of the day, that's fine. But, you know, try not to drink too much in the afternoon because it keeps us
I'm going to be awake for the next 8 hours.
Right. We are all stuffed.
Watching Stan.
So it's not just our focus and our productivity, but our socialising and our social skills that are impacted. What are some tips quickly on how to really focus on the people around you and be present in the moment?
I think the first thing is to don't hide behind your screen. Choose to have a conversation with a person face to face, because that makes it more meaningful and also enables them to actually, you know, share their message in such a way that you feel the emotional impact, because otherwise sometimes we have no idea what impact we're having on someone else. So practice active listening, really tune into what that person is saying, because then they feel heard and you're getting the deeper understanding of it. And then, you know, take a digital detox. Tune out of all our gadgets so that you engage with the bigger world at large, and you get so much more out of it.
Great to talk to you, Doc.
Yeah.
Thank you for
so
that.
much.
Great advice.